Okay, here is a simple framework that you can use to answer the question, do you have any wiggle room on price? Okay. How I like to answer that question is yes, we do have wiggle room on price, but it depends on what matters most to you. We have a few paths that can decrease the price point. Would it be helpful if I reviewed what some of those levers are that we can pull? Um, and what did I do there? Right. I basically said, yes, we have options, but B, we don't just say yes to reducing our price point because you simply just want it, right? But we can give you a path there depending on what you're open to doing. Um, and then I'm going to review what matters to my business. Um, and if you're a sales rep, this might be a good like video to share with your business owner. If you're a business owner, this is an exercise that you can use to kind of go, okay, what actually matters within our context? But here are 5 levers, for instance, that you can include when negotiating. Um, First, how much does our service cost? Obviously, you probably want to have that price point be as high as possible. Um, Volume, the amount of products or services purchased. Are they, if they buy more, is that valuable to me? If they buy 2 services that are both 10 grand, maybe I'm okay with decreasing the total price from 20 grand to 18 grand, because that means I don't have to go find another client and start that whole process. Like there's baked in efficiencies with selling more to one client. Third is deal timing. The difference between somebody signing the contract and starting this Friday versus 3 months from now is totally different. And why does it matter? It's because my cost of acquisition, literally the cost of going to market and selling, decreases dramatically if someone's ready to get started now versus later. Commitment. Are they, is this a month to month thing? Or are they okay with committing to 12 months or 24 months? That matters to me as a business owner because now I don't need to go replace that client. There's built in long term revenue there. And then the fifth is payment terms. Is there value to me as a business owner of, for instance, instead of my client paying by credit card whenever they get around to it, um, is there value to me in from the get go connecting straight to their bank account for ACH so that the day we invoice is the day we get paid, and it just cuts all of the collections part out of it. Okay. Those are like 5 levers. There might be more. There probably should be just a few. But I simply like to tell people like, yeah, we have a number of ways we can reduce price. Um, there's really 3 things that matter to our business outside of just the price point. Would it be helpful if I reviewed those and specifically, what options you have? Like I think it's helpful to say, for instance, our standard contract is 12 months. If you want to sign for 24 months, we can bake in a 10% reduction on price, right? Like just give the clear boundaries so that it's less of like based on feelings. And you already know going into it, our company, my team, my boss, or the people executing for me, um, is we're all on the same page of what our parameters are so that we don't have to make it up on the spot or go talk to the manager and waste a bunch of time. Like, let's just get the thing going. Okay. Um, this, all of this is really rooted in this specific rule, like this proverb. When negotiating, you should never give something without getting something. Um, and the wrong way to interpret that is this like, I'll scratch your back, you scratch my back thing. That's weird and just an odd, it's a weird visual too. Um, the right way to interpret this is it's all about equal footing. It's all about dignity, and it's all about making sure that you're not down here while your prospect is up here. When you're in that zone, your prospect can go, yeah, can we just reduce the price point by $5,000 just because we want that? And you're like, yes, absolutely. Or can we start tomorrow, even though I've been blowing you off for 3 months until today? I came out of nowhere. Yes, absolutely. Like when you just say yes to everything, you're not only um, getting probably a worse outcome, you're also like losing some respect along the way. That potential customer um, knows that they can just kind of ask for whatever you want, and because you feel like you're a salesperson and they're, the buyer, um, they're kind of able to take advantage of you. And I think that that's like a wrong way to do business. I think it's a wrong way to view yourself. And yeah, so hopefully some of this helps. Obviously you got to create your own version of like, what are the levers that matter within our company, and what are the clear parameters that I can just on the spot go, yep, it's 12 months, but if you want to sign for 24 months, it's 10% cheaper or whatever. Not cheaper, you don't want to cheapen, but um, higher value, whatever. Okay, have a great day. um, I am taking requests. If there's anything specific that you'd like to chat about, one thing that's come up a couple times is prospecting, so I might do a video on that coming up here soon. So that's all I got. Have a great week.